I was practicing guitar when I smelled smoke. I expected nothing of it and I looked outside when my heart sank. That was too much smoke for a campfire, and there was only one building in that direction. The school my mum runs, the school I went to. I was 1 year old when I first set foot in a building, and for the next 17 years I would spend nearly every day there. We even lived in the school building until we became its neighbors. It's not just where I learned to read and write. I mean, this was basically our whole life as a family. And now it was burning. I threw my guitar to the side and ran there as fast as my clothes allowed me to, which is one of these stupid details that just sticks in your head. I was overtaken by a fire truck and I heard multiple more coming in the distance. This was bad. When I finally arrived at the school, there was nothing we could do but watch the flames shoot up into the sky. The firefighters tried to save whatever they could. They even cut the building in half with an excavator to stop the fire from spreading. They did that way further into the good side of the building than you might expect, because in buildings like this, the fire often travels between the ceiling and the roof, where you can't see it yet. But even with that, most of the building was rendered completely unusable by smoke and water damage. Just one classroom was left unaffected. Luckily, no one was harmed, at least physically. My parents spent decades of their lives creating and running this school. This was devastating. This was a point in time in which we didn't know how much harder it was about to get. But even with that blissful ignorance, we knew that we might lose something very special here, because this is not just any regular school. Everything here revolves about sparking the curiosity of a child and then teaching it to them, instead of just force-feeding them information based on their age. But a child has to know that something exists before they can become curious about it, right? So all around this school, things are happening. For a couple years, a stonemason had its workplace on the property of the school, and he didn't give any lessons, but we learned so much because of him. We saw the patience that was needed to work stone, the 1,000 different hammers he had, the techniques to split big rocks, setbacks in business, you name it. I'm so happy to have come from this place. It always celebrated my curiosity. It's why I don't want to pump out animated facts as fast as possible, but in the best way possible, in a way that makes you excited to be curious too. So the fire didn't just destroy a building, it has destroyed something much more important. But as I said, the trouble didn't stop with the fire. Just a few months later, we suddenly got a call from the bank.
We're going to auction off your family home right from under your feet.
What? You see, back in 2007, my parents had taken out a big personal loan to expand the school. They bought the neighboring property to build dedicated workplaces for makers and craftsmen where kids could take a look, and to free up space in the existing buildings for more classrooms. You know, they wanted more children to have the same experience as my brothers and I had. But 1 year later, in 2008, the financial crisis hit. Property values collapsed, interest rates shot through the roof, while the municipality became very hesitant to give out building permits. A decade-long legal battle with the bank ensued, and flash forward to the fire. Just like that, we were about to lose our home too. However, that's just the backstory. There's also good news, otherwise I wouldn't be making this video. And there is an opportunity and a plan, and we could use your help to make it a reality. Let's start with the good news. The good news is that the school has been rebuilt with a beautiful design from my dad, who happens to be an architect. I don't think I mentioned that yet. We also won the court case with the bank, which allowed us to pay off the remaining debt. Exactly. So now we're back at square one. Now comes the opportunity. My girlfriend and I have since graduated, so naturally we were wondering where we should live, and we've always dreamed of making a building with our own hands and then living in a lively community with other makers. And the school still has a little bit of land available, and my dad is still an architect. So I mean, you see where this is going, right? This is the perfect opportunity for a redemption arc. We will build something big, something awesome, and I want all of you to be part of it. I will film it and bring you along. This will be a brand new series with its own dedicated channel, No Home. And now we're just dealing with some permits to start building this. Look, 300 square meters of community, which will go right here, with tons of beautiful space outside and opportunity to work with the school. On the ground floor, we will have 3 workplaces and an office where the school kids can have a look at professionals in their natural habitat. Ceramic artists, YouTubers, or stonemasons, although probably not stonemasons. A place where, just like me, kids can get inspired to learn by the things that happen around them. And here, we will have the shared living quarters for some of these makers. I think you understand from this backstory that I need to do this. You know, career this, career that, but this is bigger than that. This is also about giving back to the community that made me who I am. My mom, my dad, the children, the stonemason and the other makers that I've met here. It's also because of them that I get to make these videos and that you get to enjoy them. So yeah, we will do this. Period. We will show the world multi-generational stubbornness to make it happen. However, obviously, I can't just build something like that and film it and edit it and run this channel and grow it. That's like 5 full-time jobs. So I'm building a small team, which I'll introduce to you in a minute. And I think you know the drill. That's expensive, and AdSense and sponsors aren't reliable enough. So I'm asking you to become a patron and support this wonderful operation. I'll bring you along for the entire journey with content that teaches you about construction and engineering and everything that comes along, every step along the way. It will be a bit more personal and laid back than this channel, of course, but just like this channel, I'll do it the best way I can, by making you understand why certain things are the way they are, instead of letting you accept something as true, as a standalone fact. And I'll continue to produce videos here. In fact, I hope to put out more videos next year than last year, which is only possible because of the team, of course. Let me introduce them. Robin Storm helps with filming when I need extra hands on location, for example. He's my childhood friend that went to the same school. I've known him for as long as I can remember. We had a band at school and he's actually an amazing musician now. Finn has been taking over some of the animations from me. He studied with my girlfriend and he also does robotics and stuff. So he actually understands what he's animating, which is so great. He created the animations for the ultrasonic piezo motor, for example. Then there is Yaz, who does all sorts of admin work behind the scenes to make sure videos have sponsors and all that. And Matthijs, who is also a school friend from here, and he's been editing the video about setting up our sawmill that is now public on the No Home channel. Not to mention Gemma, of course, my girlfriend. She's amazing. What can I say? I mean, we'll be taking on this project together, so she'll do a whole lot of building too, besides making her ceramic sound art.
I also read your scripts.
Yeah, I will tell them. Altogether, it's the dream team, but as I said, it's gonna be expensive. I've crunched the numbers, and between the team, the notary, the permits, the travel costs for some very exciting videos I have coming up and stuff like that, it seems that we'll need about 4,000 euros per month coming in on Patreon, which is a bit more money than YouTube has been paying me so far, but I think we can do it. So to grow this channel, make the new channel possible, make the building next to this wonderful school possible, and see the next video before anyone else does, go to Patreon and sign up for just a few bucks a month. And if you can't, or if you don't want to, I still truly appreciate that you're following along. I hope to see you in the next video.